Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so Aries, let's get into this. Our backdrop is kind of like a fun vacation, calm adventure, taking in the ambiance, sitting at cafes, spending time enjoying life vibe. So let's keep that in mind as we get started here. Message from the universe says it's definitely, I think Aries is going to find some real sense of balance and peace. They may feel really good inside, and it could be when they're sitting across from somebody. I don't know if this is a new person or if this is, it feels like Aries is going to recognize that they're in the presence of somebody that makes them feel some kind of like, oh, my energy feels balanced. I feel I feel like a sense of relief. Now maybe Aries is going to be in the presence of literally an animal or something, and it's like, wow, that's like my animal totem. For some reason this really speaks to me. I mean, sure, maybe somebody's going to a, an animal sanctuary or something, and they're going to see a grizzly bear. um, could be something along those lines, but I look at this more like there's we have the moon here. There's a subconscious energy of, wow, I'm finding myself staring into whatever it is that clicks for me. I've just found my other half, or I've just found the place that I belong. And now this could literally be, I found the place in the galaxy where I feel like I belong. Heck, somebody could be taking a vacation and they're looking around, they're going, I'm supposed to live here. I something inside of me, just like, I'm having a weird deja vu. I'm remembering something. We do see like ancient Greece being shown here. I mean, maybe somebody is going to a location like that, and they're maybe they were there around the full moon actually. Um, but there's something that has clicked. It's either an old memory, a forgotten, connection, a forgotten memory that is surfacing for our character. All I can say is there's a wonderful sense of like, oh, this feels like home. This feels really good. Hey, EM. Hi, Sandy. Great to see you. Um, yeah, we got a 10 of cups. This feels so positive. You know what the urge from the universe says? Aries, pay attention to the subtle comfort. Pay attention to the thing that makes your, like your heart rate like slow and feel peaceful. And um, that song by Mumford and Sons, I will wait for you. The part where he says something about like, um, you know, bow my head, um, make my heart gold, something along those lines. Um, Raise my hands. I can't think of the lyrics right now without singing it, but there's something very spiritual about this experience. And I think that the universe is encouraging Aries, like, lean into that, lean into this strange, spidey sense that says, I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I think this clicks for me. I think wherever I am or whomever I'm looking across, I mean, maybe this could be love at first sight, but it feels a little bit more like, wow, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I don't, this is weird, but I feel like somebody has I'm seeing more like a man's watch on their wrist, on the right wrist, interestingly enough, not on the left. Um, so I'm not sure, like which handed somebody is, right handed or left handed, but I don't know if this is like the timing. It's something about the timing is just perfect. Everything might be just perfect. Everything just feels like I I've I've arrived. I think this is gonna sneak up and surprise our Aries. I think they're going about life, or they're going out on a date with somebody, or they're going on a vacation, and they didn't really realize that the entire reason that they wanted to go to this place, or the entire reason that so many things have fallen into place in their life to bring them to this moment at this point in time. And it kind of is like this big reveal, like, this feels like this is my happiness. I just found the doorway to Narnia. I just found where my happiness has been hiding out all this time. Empress mode. So it is very much like a really profound sense of like Aries steps into not just feeling empowered, but you notice she holds a crystal ball. I think this Aries is aware that subconsciously they've been driven toward this moment their whole life, but they also are realizing if I've known step by step how to navigate all the twists and turns in my life to bring me to this point and it's all clicking into place right now, then I can probably trust that I can see what comes next after this as well, how to navigate and be super successful moving forward. Let me see if we can pin down, is this, because I can't figure out if it's like somebody has found the place that they want to live, or they found the perfect job, or they found the perfect, romantic partner. Because the Ten of Cups can be all of the above, we do have a really important like cosmic connection though that could be about romance for sure, especially because Aries might not be single much longer. They might be getting married pretty soon, even though we could make this big leap from single to meeting somebody, having it all click. This could be that love at first sight story. And then it's like, I waited my whole life to get to this point to meet you, but I was always on a trajectory to eventually get to this point and meet you. And now I realize it, of course, this is how it was going to go. I don't know why it wasn't revealed to me until this moment, but now it all makes sense. Let me see. Prince of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords. I think our Aries has known plenty of, like how do I describe this? They have had plenty of heartbreaks. They could have had three significantly painful relationships where they kept looking for the real Slim Shady and didn't find it. They were willing to just pour themselves into an amazing love story, and they would meet somebody and it might start out hot and heavy, but then they kept finding imposters. They kept finding someone that was not their person. They kept finding a lover that would be like huge emotional high. This is somebody who falls in love with love itself, but it's all for the honeymoon phase. And then sure enough, they don't stick around. They're not who Taurus, sorry, I don't know why I'm saying Taurus. They're not who Aries thought they were. And this might have happened a couple times. What I think Aries was trying to create without realizing it is this connection that they knew was out there. But I always look at this figure eight, the infinity symbol, as if imagine it's like a roadway. And sometimes we're moving away from center, and then we got to loop-de-loop before we come back. And they got to come back at the exact same time, so then these two can actually be in the perfect moment in time to match up. And there's really only one crossover moment where they're both facing each other and they're at the right moment in time. I'm thinking that Aries, their life took some detours. Their life took them on some loops away from this perfect person, but they kept trying to find that perfect person. And they without meaning to, they might have substituted all the love that they want to give to that amazing partner that they know is out there, but they gave it to the wrong partner. And they like jumped in wholeheartedly only to discover you're not him or her, you're an imposter. That's why it never worked out. I think this was very much, let me put it this way. If we were talking about a movie, sometimes the right actor or actress, they have to find the perfect role before they like really break out and everybody knows how amazing they are. They have to find the role that suits them. They're a great actor or actress, but they'll really resonate with a particular character, maybe because of something in their own personal life experience. And once in a while you see a movie and you go, that was their role. That was every other role they ever played in any other movie. Who cares? But this one, this is why they're a great actor. This is so fabulous. I kind of feel like that's what it was for Aries. All these other roles that they, tried to play out with other people, it never amounted to much. But they were always going to find the perfect role. They were always going to land that, but it did have to come at just the right time. It's funny that why is this happening kind of like now? or it could happen in the now if Aries, hi Aries, if the Aries is ready for it. It has to do with it's funny because we have this karmic energy of the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, which is not good energy at all. This is greedy. This is somebody clinging. This is not our Aries. Once again, we have the 10 of Cups. You know what I actually feel like? This is, I think Aries has been kept waiting long enough, or life for themselves and whomever that perfect match is. They have had plenty of time where they've not faced each other and they've gone in different directions. They didn't get to meet. And I think possibly Aries' match was either tangled up with the karmic and they are fed up with it and they really want happiness. So it could be less about Aries being in the perfect role or the perfect position and more about the other person that Aries will match with. Whoever their bear is, because Aries is coming up as an empress. Whoever their bear is, their perfect celestial match is, there was some kind of stuck energy. And you know, when you get stuck for too long, eventually you get fed up and you say, this is miserable. I only want happiness. Here's the thing. This is a 10 of Cups for Aries. We already saw that. And this is also a 10 of Cups for them. But it was on the heels of, I mean, not even one cup of happiness. Dealing with the Queen of Pentacles is the pits. Like that's super greedy, super demanding, not giving at all, not caring about other people's needs. We have a Prince of Swords in the reverse. Look, there was nothing more that could have been learned about a situation. There was nothing more that needed to be done other than this character. So I almost feel like this character either like at a moment where they talked to the universe and said, I'm so done with the wrong people. I just want to meet the person that's right for me. But I think Aries was basically in the same vibe. I'm so done having imposters. I mean, I'm so open to loving the right person. Why do I keep finding people that starts out good? I think they're the one. And then they just get weird and float down river and it just, dies off. The relationship disappears. They lose motivation or interest, or they turn out to be a total fake and a liar and they've, betray me. Why is this what I'm getting when what I want is this? I think both Aries and this character had to be in the same mindset of, I don't want a bunch of crap anymore. I don't need to learn more about crappy relationships. I want happy. The fact that we have two of Cups, I feel like the person that is right for Aries is someone they have never met before. But I feel like in the grand scheme of life, and I'm thinking that, look, it takes years sometimes to become the Empress. And this infinity symbol where we can see that they both have gone away from each other at times and then finally are at a point where they can actually meet eyeball to eyeball. I'm thinking this could be a story for older characters that are, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, characters that are maybe way later in life. I know that sounds kind of sucky because like, wow, they had to wait this long just to get the 10 of Cups. To build a 10 of anything takes years. To become an Empress takes years. It's a process, but every moment that they've moved forward, they've learned more about themselves. And this is true for both characters. They've gotten more in touch with their intuition. They've gotten more attuned to, I've met a lot of the wrong people and people that were wrong in a lot of different ways. Like, I want to say maybe Aries never dated the same wrong person twice. Maybe they like, this person I think is great. And then, oh no, they're a cheat. Oh no, this person I think is great. Oh no, they lose momentum. They don't really have staying power. There can be a lot of different wrongs. And I kind of think that Aries has been always knowing that there's somebody really special, but they did learn about the ones that don't match with them. And I think they're fed up and they're ready for the right one. And I think what's amazing is that celestially balanced right character for them is in the exact same headspace. I can see why they would be in this perfect alignment. Maybe Aries and this person could have walked past each other 10,000 times and never noticed each other because one or the other wasn't in the right headspace. They didn't know what they were looking for. They didn't know how to spot, like, I don't know why I'm going to say it this way, but how mushroom hunters, you really need to know your mushrooms because there's poisonous ones out there. You cannot just randomly be, oh, I'm going to go mushroom hunting and whatever I find, I'm going to go home and saute it up. Hell no, it's going to kill you. You got to know what you're doing. Kind of maybe the same thing. If you're going to find the tasty, yummy mushrooms that don't kill you, you need to be able to recognize the ones that do so you can avoid them. Maybe that's the same in like the dating world, not saying dates are going to kill you, but rather the poisonous ones, the toxic ones. I Aries had their fair share of these, and definitely so did this other person. So it was useful. Otherwise, they kept going home with people that they assumed were great, and then it didn't turn out to be right. They needed to learn how to recognize basically a good person, but not just a random good person, the person who there's a real bond, not a synthetic, like, oh, we're just going to be lusting after each other. It's a sudden spark of attraction. Oh, we're going to fall in love with love for a minute. We're going to enjoy the honeymoon phase. They needed to be able to sift through what is just a spark of attraction versus what has real depth. And I think that's the part that took a little bit of time. And that's why I think both characters had to kiss a lot of frogs before they could recognize the right person. This is very exciting because this feels like it's imminent, like this is happening really soon, that Aries and this person are going to finally, at long last, cross paths. But it's so funny because it feels like it's a love at first sight story, but it's a love at first sight for people that are wise, people that have already picked the wrong lovers before. And so it's not quite as far-fetched or like, oh, we'll just throw caution to the wind and just assume it's all going to work. Like they're actually working off of knowledge, wisdom, and that intuition. It's a very strong pull for these two. All right, I'm going to leave this one here. You guys, so great to see you. Thanks again, Sandy Nesta, for popping in. EM, great to see you. Jessica Rios, thank you for popping by tonight. Shiitake mushrooms, love them. Love them, Sandy. Hey, Penny, thank you, sweetheart. Right back at you. Queen Libra 76, hey, hey. Nice to see you, hon. It's been a minute. Hey, Carrie Clark, thank you for the hearts. All right, you guys have a great evening. Bye for right now. I'm going to release the Taurus video next. Bye.